All right, welcome. And we're back at it again. And this time we're going to be going over the AI agent, right? So previous video, we went over the LLM where we saw that the only way it would produce the output that we needed is if we gave it the necessary inputs all at once, not message by message. So if we provide a city, it asks for business niche. We provided the business niche, and then again, it asks for the city. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Now, again, it still works if you're providing both inputs at the same time, but that's not practical, right? So this is where the AI agent comes about, makes life much easy because you're able to add simple memory. And with simple memory, it's able to recall X number of messages. And then in this scenario, I have it to recall 5 previous messages, right? Now, here is a huge warning for you guys that even though you have 5 previous messages, don't default that, yeah, it's only going to recall only 5. Number 6, 7, and 8, it won't recall. That's not always the case, at least from my experience. There's this window buffer that just doesn't clear, and you need to just clear it. And I'm actually going to teach you guys that so you guys do not have this headache that I've had a ton of times. And it was just simply clearing the window buffer. Okay, and the way we do that, but before I teach you guys that, I'm gonna run through this scenario so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And I'm actually gonna disconnect that because I am like 99% confident it's gonna go through this flow, um, and I don't want to call the API, right? So I am going to wind this up, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the LM. I'm gonna say, hey, city of Glendale, okay? And the expectation is that we should get a false here, meaning that's gonna, hey, need more info, right? But it's giving me a confirmation. It's saying, great, we're processing your request. But how can that be if we didn't provide the business niche? Well, recall I mentioned that simple memory is gonna have this window buffer, right? And even though you say remember the previous 5, that's not always the case. And it's going to recall my user message where I've said real estate, right? Even though I haven't even mentioned it on this chat. Okay. So um, the way you get rid of this is you need to clear the window buffer. And please don't get headaches. Okay, so if you do this, just recall, oh, I need to clear the window buffer. If you're building something for a client, I strongly recommend not to use simple memory. This is not the way to go. Unless it's something super, super simple, but then you need to add a clear memory somewhere in the flow as well. So it can clear. Okay, now um, let's go ahead and clear the memory. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do memory, and you're gonna see chat memory there. Okay, perfect. And we're gonna get many, and we need to do the trigger that we want to delete, like the information. Everything's saved to Slack. We need simple memory. Chat memory, okay, this is fine. We need to now add simple memory here. And we need to do define below, and we know it's the user, right? So we need to, you can leave this as is because we're going to delete everything, right? We're going to get chat memory, going to get messages, and let's just see what comes up, right? You're going to see that we get different things here. But why? Because there's this window buffer. Now, we're going to delete everything. Perfect. I'm going to call messages. There should be nothing. Okay, so we should be fine. I'm 99% confident that it's going to ask me for business niche when I tell it, hey, Glendale again. Okay, we're going to leave this here. It's completely fine. I'm actually going to reconnect this because I am 99% confident it's not going to go through this. I might be extremely surprised if it goes through there. So let's wind this up again. And let's bring Slack over. And we're going to tell it city of Glendale, right? Perfect. And my expectation is it should go through the perfect. It goes to need more information. And we should see, please provide business niche. Okay, great. So let's wind this up. And now let's provide business niche. And okay, let's just do real estate. Let's keep with real estate, yeah? Real estate. Okay, now it's going. And we see this work properly. Okay, so another headache I want you guys to not have is dealing with a parser. Okay, and we can see it's been completed. Now let's say great, we are processing your request even though it's already processed. Actually, this should be on top and this at the bottom, but it is what it is. That's how I set up. We should see the new inputs. There it is. Now, another headache you guys are going to deal with, and I'll probably make just another video about this, but I'm still going to say it here, is extracting information. You're going to see that the AI agent, I'm actually going to say this, the AI agent has the capability to require specific output. And when you put this, it's going to tell you, hey, output parser, right? Where you can click here and do a structure output parser. Now, I've had multiple headaches with that. So I've come to a realization to just leave it as is and have it produce a normal output, just like a JSON format, and then just do an information extractor like I have here. And then in the information extractor, you're going to tell it how you want it structured. And this has not failed, okay? At least not for me. It has not failed. It has produced the correct information all the time. I strongly recommend you that you follow this path, opposed to having the AI agent do the output parser. Sometimes an extra step is going to go a long way. All right. Okay, well, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.